Before we go there, we can look at some codexes. So what I did in the meantime is that I went to read all of these, and I basically wrote down what they are in like a small conclusion form. So the GEF armatures are basically all-terrain heavy weapon fighting vehicles. They are intelligent entities capable of independent decision-making. Their main cannon is mounted on their head, which is a mass accelerator. Some armatures carry drones into battles, whilst other armatures have a swarm of insect-sized repair bots. For the gaff hoppers, I will also, by the way, you can go ahead and pause the video if you want to read it by yourself. So I will just keep this here for a bit so you can pause, and then I will scroll down so you can pause this as well and read it. Okay, for the gaff hoppers, they project an electromagnetic radiation and perform cyber warfare attacks on the computers of body armor and weapons. Hoppers have artificial muscle that allows them to leap. They have thousands of molecular scale barbs on their hands and feet, which allows them to stick to walls and ceilings. The Quarians have no record on them because they were built by the Geth themselves. They are also known as sappers, stalkers, and ghosts. That was it for the Alliance non-council races. We will now move on to humanity and the System Alliance. Politically, the Alliance is a peaceful trade partner of the Turians. But there are some bigotry between the humanity and the Turians because of the Contact War. The Alliance has a good relationship with the Asari, but privately believe that the matriarchs are aristocratic and overcautious. Humans do not fully trust Solarians unconditionally because of their shared and reckless ways, which makes them natural allies against the conservative Turians and Asari. The Krogan have no unified government and thereon are looked upon as criminals. The Alliance has no rivalry against the Quarians. Batarians are rivals of the Alliance because they cannot decide between the control or who has control of the Skillian Verge. Batarians have no more treaties with the Citadel, so they can prosecute a colonial conflict with the Alliance. It is officially not a war, but there is no peace between them either. Again, you can pause this and read it for yourself if you want to, and here as well. Now we're gonna move on to Systems Alliance Geological Survey. As the human race is expanding, it causes more demand for industrial resources to be able to continue to grow. Planets, moons, and asteroids contain a wealth of resources, but many systems are barely surveyed. They were thinking about sending unmanned probes as a solution to fix this, but they are often lost to space hazards, such as unforeseen circumstances or salvagers. AGES, which also stands for Alliance Geological Service, they offered bounties to perform mineralogical surveys. The data that came from these surveys are made to be publical to further corporate development. which is something that we have as a mission. We have to look up light metals, heavy metals, rare earths, and gases. So far we have gotten all of the gases already, but we still have to get the light metals, heavy metals, and rare earths. So basically, because we're a Spectre, we can decide what we want to do. We don't have to be careful of the law. The Alliance basically asked us if we could find these resources for them so they could do their research and put it out there on the extranet so everyone can use it in the future. We're gonna move on to planets and location, and we have stations. Arcturus Station. Arcturus Station is the gateway to the Sol system, which is our system. Earth is located in that. Arcturus Station is a 5-kilometer diameter space station next to the gas giant Themis. Construction began in 2151 and it ended in 2162. It has served the military and the political headquarters of the Alliance. It first started during the Contact War, and it has been going on ever since. Humanity activated the Charon mass relay in 2149, which led to Arcturus only being 36 light years away from Sol. Arcturus is also known as the third biggest star seen from Earth. So Arcturus is both a station and a sun or star. But once they place the station in that system, they call it after Arcturus, so it's called Arcturus Station, named after the sun. And it is the third biggest star that you can see from Earth. So if you are we're all on Earth right now. If you can look in the night sky, it's the third biggest star. So Arcturus is basically an ancient red giant born before the Sol system was created. All of the planets surrounding Arcturus are either gas giants or just ice chunks. To be able to build the Arcturus stations, metallic asteroids were towed through mass relays to the construction site. The Alliance First Fleet is based in Arcturus, where it can guard the gate between them and Sol. Since it hosts the Alliance military, there are currently 45,000 people living there. Arcturus is part of a galactic halo, and in 1 billion years it will be part of dark space. I will scroll up so you guys can pause this and read it for yourself. And same goes for here. We're now gonna move on to the Gagarin Station. So the Gagarin Station is the largest deep space station of humanity. It was constructed beyond Pluto, which is 12 billion kilometers away from the Sol system. The Gagarin Station was placed at the inner edge of the heliopause so that the solar wind can no longer push it back. Gagarin Station is also known as Jump Zero, as it was intended to be the jumping off point for humanity's expansions into the galaxy. Shortly after, the Prothean ruins were found on Mars. In 2159, the Gagarin was sold to the Alliance, and they made it into a research and training center for biotics. In 2169, the training program was shut down, and the Gagarin Station became a general research facility because of its remote location, which makes it popular for dangerous research, specifically AI. Humanity's first stable AI, called ELISA, achieved sapience at the Gagarin in 2172. There are also people living on the Gagarin station, and the current population of the day is 9,000. They are planning on moving it between Pluto and the Charon relay, allowing it to be the gateway between the Sol system and Arcturus. Again, you guys, I'm gonna show you this part so you can pause and read it. And I can scroll it down. You can pause and read it. And here is the last part. I think I did the same for this one, did I? Yes, I did. Okay. Let's move on. And we were planning on doing the the missing survey team, which was in the Hades Gamma cluster. Hades Gamma and Tius. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, honestly. I'm not that amazing when it comes to pronouncing stuff, so I'm sorry about it. I will try my hardest to properly research it either, or learn how to say it. So there's nothing at this one. There's a survey here. Concentration of hydrogen. Nice. Anything here? Survey. Matriarch's writing. You recovered a strange object orbiting Ploba. Chief Engineer Adams and Tally tried unsuccessfully to determine its origin. They did find one of Matriarch's Naga's writings stored within. So we got another one of those. That's nice. Trebin. Oh, that's where we need to land. And this one doesn't have anything, and I think there's one more on this one. Yeah. Survey. Scans from orbits. Deposit of uranium. Nice. Also, by the way, guys, if you don't see, here, you don't see the planet here, right? But you can see, based on the rings, the course it takes when it is rotating around the sun. So it kind of gives away. So if you can't see it and there is a ring there, the planet is there, but probably a bit behind. So let's go to Trebin, and I will show the map to you guys like I did in the last episode as well. But first I have to look it up myself. Here we go. Here it is. Okay, who shall we tell? We can take Rex and Tali. We probably can level up Rex as well. That noise. Oh yeah. Let's go ahead and level up Rex. So we can put some point in. We could put points in throw, so we can get advanced throw, and some points in stasis, so we can get advanced stasis. Then we have 5 points left, which we can all put here, and then let's put one more in stasis. Tali also has 5 things, which is nice. We can put points in damping. And maybe some points in Aquarian mechanics. Yeah. Do we have any points ourselves? Oh, we do. We can put them in sniper rifles since that's our specialty. And we could put some in throw so we can unlock lift. Put one in lift. And again, as I like to keep one just in case one of these unlock, you know? Because they're important for dialogue. And I would like to be prepared for that. Discovery. This device is transmitting tight beam signals into geosynchronous orbit. This disrupts the survey team's GPS satellite, causing them to crash nearby. Can we interact with these? Doesn't look like it. I'm guessing these are the ones that have crashed down so far. What's this? It was similar to what we had to go in when we wanted to save Tali. Anything here? Maybe this? No, it's nothing. Let's move on now. Ooh, enemies up ahead. Oh, they're all husks. My sniper is overheating. I hate it. The overheating system is so stupid in my opinion. They get rid of it later on, which I'm very thankful for.
The survey team must have unearthed some alien technology that turned them into mindless fanatics.
Whatever they found, it's long gone now.
Anything here we can get? Oh, there's more. Let's leave them over here so we can maybe explode that. I don't think it did a whole lot. That accounts for all of the Exogeny survey team. They were converted to cybernetic husks by devices similar to those used by the Geth on Eden Prime. How they came to be buried on a frontier world so from Geth territory is a mystery. Do we have any more things that I can put there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, there's one more. Which one is it? Ah, it's this one. Anything down here? Thank you. Oh my god. Tali's gun scared me. I thought it was like a giant spider leg or something. Thank you. Let's move on. I think this was all there was here. But who's Exogeny or what is it? They're saying they were workers, so I'm guessing it's like a company or like... Yeah, I'm guessing it's like a company. Ah. There we go. Thank you. Oh, there's one there. Thank you. Let's move back up. Also, I have mad respect for them being able to go in a cave like that. I have claustrophobia, so I can never do that in my life. I hate caves so much. I'm guessing this was their
It's
camp?
deserted.
It would make the most sense. I don't think they would stay in there, in the cave the whole time, you know? Maybe we can get some clues about it.
According to these data logs, the survey team unearthed some kind of alien technology.
I'm guessing it's that thing that we found right in the middle of the cave. Or like the main room of the cave that we found. Because it looked like alien technology. I think that was it. So let's move on. I feel like there's a fresher mark here. I was right. Whenever there are open areas, it's always a fresher mark. We jump through it. Don't question it, it's game design, it's part of the game. Please don't flip while we're being chased by a fucking person. Come on. Oh god. Really? It had like the tiniest sliver of health and you're gonna do that? Are you kidding me? That's dumb. There you go. Oh, they sound so creepy. Turian insignia. There are no signs of any survivors. The pod is empty except for a small tethered flag marked with the Nimenes colony insignia. Okay, let's head back to the Normandy because we did everything here. And let's look at the journal. By the way, you're probably wondering why I'm not doing Noveria or Pharaohs yet. I have to do my assignments first and then I will be able to do it because I need to get all of my charms so I can properly do the missions. Which is a bit annoying in my opinion. Like I have to do all of this just to be able to do that. But let's go to the UNC hostage. Find the freighter in the Farinata system? Is that how I pronounce it? Probably, maybe, I don't know. Of the Hades Gamma cluster. Oh, we're in there already. I think, right? Yeah. Let's see which one it is. Is this? No, that's this. It's this one. Is there anything here? No, anything in the belts? There is an asteroid of magnesium. This one, survey, Prothean data disk. Scans of Untauma revealed a derelict freighter in mid-stage orbital decay. Your salvage team boarded the vessel and determined it had been attacked by raiders. There was little of value still on board, but the team did find a Prothean data disk. Anything in this belt? It doesn't look like it. And this one? There is a rare element. We found thorium on a nearby moon. And let's head to the station. Or ship. Let's take Garrus and Tali so we can level up Garrus as well. Garrus. What should we put it in? We can put it in electronics and damping, so we can get master damping. Anything for Tali? Doesn't know. Looks like there's enemies ahead, so I'll just get this just in case. Thank you. have 3 minutes, but 3 minutes for what? Do you think we just have to head to this door?
See how it is? You write letters and everyone ignores you. Force is the only thing people appreciate. So how about if I kill Chairman Burns and finish this charade?
Please, I was trying to help you people.
Let's not do anything we're all gonna regret.
Why not? What have we got to lose? Since the chairman here decided that we didn't get reparations, we've got nothing left to live for.
But I've changed my mind. Seeing you all, it's clear that you all deserve...
You had your chance. Some L2s are nearly crippled from side effects of the implants, but you voted against reparations.
Think about this. Burns is the one man who can help you.
Yes, if you release me, I can take another look at the reparations request.
What, we're supposed to trust you? Sure, you promise us freedom and say everything will be fine, but as soon as we surrender, you'll double-cross us.
I'm not promising to let you go. All I'm saying is that Burns will take another look. Right, Burns?
Absolutely. I had no idea that the L2 biotics were this desperate. If I'd known, the reparations will come. For whatever it's worth, I promise that.
You're right. I don't want to die. Maybe something will happen this time. We surrender.
Thank you, Commander. I thought I was dead when they took me. I'll see to it that the reparations discussion is reopened. I didn't know they were so desperate.
A 5th Fleet cruiser will be by shortly to pick you and the prisoners up.
So the L2 situation is really bad, to the point that even people are crippled because of the side effects. It's understandable that they want this shit to be fixed and like taken care of. I think I should have taken Caden with me for that. Because since he is the L2, I feel like it would have been better. Maybe it's something special to say as well about the situation. I think that was it. So let's head back. Let's check on our crewmates and see if they have anything to say.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Maybe we could pick up where we left off. You were telling me about your interest in the Protheans.
Actually, I think I was talking about my interest in you, and making a fool of myself in the process. As I said, I am not used to dealing with people, especially humans. I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
We don't have the luxury of time, and Asari can live for 1,000 years. We're lucky if we hit 150.
That is true. At first I thought that was a weakness of your species. After spending time with you and your crew, however, I think it may actually be an advantage. You humans are creatures of action. You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an intimidating one.
You're scared of us?
Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as something of a bully. You run over anyone in your path to get what you want. It is up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
I'm doing the best I can, Liara.
There is a reason the Council chose you to become a Spectre. They saw something special in you. The best of what humanity has to offer. I looked into your history. I know what happened on Akuz. The fact that you survived shows a remarkable strength.
You didn't need to go behind my back. I would have told you whatever you wanted to know.
I apologize, Commander. After our last conversation, I was afraid I would say something stupid again. I wanted to know more about you, to understand what made you into the woman you are. There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
Are you sure you're interested in me, or is it my visions of the Protheans?
I admit, your connection to the Protheans had something to do with my initial interest, but it has grown beyond that. You intrigue me, Shepard, but I was not sure if it was appropriate to act on my feelings. I thought there might already be a relationship between you and Lieutenant Alenko.
That's a bit rude. What shall we do? Shall we choose Liara over Kaidan? I feel like it would be interesting. Let's choose Liara over Kaidan.
The Lieutenant and I are just friends. Nothing more.
My mistake, then. I am not as adept at understanding human relationships as I thought. But what about us, Shepard? Is there a mutual attraction, or was I wrong about that too?
No, you were right. There is something between us.
I knew it, and I knew you felt it too. But does this not seem rather strange? Why do I feel so close to you? We have only known each other a short time. We are from two different species. We have almost nothing in common. This makes no sense.
These things never make sense. They just happen and we get swept up in the storm.
You make it sound so chaotic, so dangerous.
I'll keep you safe.
I am not looking for a protector. This is all a bit overwhelming. I am not used to this. You. I need some time.
Take all the time you need, Liara. I'll be here.
Thank you, Shepard. Let's just talk about something else for now.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Let's talk to Kaidan now. It's not a bit awkward in the slightest.
Do you have some time to talk now, Commander?
Of course. Have a seat.
We've played it pretty close to the book so far, but we're a long way from backup. We've got some tough calls to make. I'm just saying, try to leave yourself a way out. I've seen what cutting corners can do, and I'd hate to have that happen to you, Shepard. Commander.
This a personal observation, Kaidan?
I don't want to step on anyone else's toes, especially if you're if I have misread your interests.
All right, Alenko. Off the record, permission to speak candidly, cross my heart and hope to die. What are you talking about?
Dr. T'Soni, ma'am. There's a lower deck rumor that she's, interested in you as more than a source of Prothean data. She's a very interesting lady. To my, tastes, but, I never claimed to be big on alien culture.
You seem awfully worried about my personal affairs.
It's just that we don't have much downtime these days. I like being around you, but I don't want to take up your personal time.
Look, you didn't want to talk about Liara, did you? What's your real issue?
You're right, sorry. It wasn't, Liara's not my main concern. I'm not questioning any decision you've made, Shepard. Let me be clear about that. It's just my experience that once someone lets something slide, it tends to pick up speed. Do you get my meaning?
Talk to me, Kaidan. You got a little black rain cloud sitting over your head.
I'll try to keep the deck dry. You know the records about the biotic training out on Jump Zero? They're all classified, because the Alliance made mistakes. After first contact, Kinetics was set up to track Element Zero exposures and develop implants for humans. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Canadics could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
Is there some reason we couldn't learn it on our own?
They didn't know where to start. I mean, hell, it took a couple of years to even link biotics and ezo. Forget trying to get the kids to move stuff. They had trouble just helping them not break their own limbs. And their choice of teachers didn't help much.
The only experts would have to be aliens.
Dead on. Turians, actually. That's why Canadics kept it a secret. They were afraid of what people back home would think, asking the Turians for help when we just fought a war with them.
The Asari would have been more acceptable than the Turians.
Yes, but the company didn't go through the Citadel. It would have made Earth look weak, so they discreetly hired some Turian mercenaries.
I'm sure Canadics did what they thought was best.
It wasn't best for us. They brought in an ex-military Turian named Commander Vernus. To introduce himself, he liked to say, "I was at the helm of the dreadnought that killed your father." Well, I told him my dad wasn't in the war. He'd retired to Vancouver. My family had an inland home that matured to new beachfront. Vernus had it in for me after that. He cut corners, pushed hard. I mean, you either came out a Superman or a wreck. A lot of kids snapped. A few died. The point of all of this, I guess, is that when you cut corners, it's not always obvious who pays for it.
So why are you telling me this? Is there something I can do to help you get over it?
I'm 32, Shepard. You don't serve as long as I have without coming to terms with yourself. You also learn that if someone is special to you, you help them. Try to keep them from making mistakes.
Special, huh?
If I'm out of line, just say the word.
Sorry, Caden. This was just a battlefield thing.
There's my answer, then. I'm sorry to have bothered you, Commander. I got some mixed signals.
That was my
With your
fault.
permission, I should return to my duties.
Let's head down to the rest.
What do you want, Shepard?
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What happened?
I was betrayed. I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight. Turians, Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up, to stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand how much things had changed. We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. I told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes, a meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk. We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from and where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
Sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Jared was your father?
He was, until that day. We talked, but we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest. That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
You must have family other than your father. Don't you miss them?
You're trying to make me cry, Shepard. I've got some unfinished business with my family, but that's all.
What kind of business?
Before I left, I made an oath to my father's father. I swore to recover my family's battle armor. It was taken from him after the uprising.
Who has it?
Originally, it was taken by the Turian military. We weren't allowed armor or weapons after the war. Now, it's in the hands of Taun Actus, a Turian scum who collects relics from the war. He's made millions selling Krogan artifacts that were stolen from my people. He's got several bases where he stores his goods, all fortified and guarded. I just don't know which base has my family's armor.
Just tell me where to start looking.
I'll upload the data to your nav system. But Commander, I want to be there when you find him.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
So we got a special mission for Rack. Nice. Let's look at our equipment for a bit. See if there's anything better. Doesn't look like it. Anything here that's better? There is. This one we can do. Anything here? Oh, we can use this. Anything here? There is. Oh, our armor is now nice and red. Any better equipment? Yes. Okay, let's do Liara now. This is better. Anything here? This is better. This is better. There's nothing really here. Maybe there is. Tali. Do we finally have armor for Tali? No, we don't. Any better shotguns? There is. Better upgrade. This one and not really that. Omnitools and no armor. But we can put on something for her at least. Like an upgrade. Rex. Anything better here? Maybe that. Ammo upgrade. Can use that. There's nothing for that one. Shotguns. Can do this one. Any better upgrades for it? Yes. Not for that one, no. Oh, maybe? Yes, there is. Biotic, no. Any armor? There is. But not that it's better. We have some. Maybe if we, like, level that up, maybe you can get better armor. Sniper for Garrus. Anything better? Maybe this one. And this. We can use this one. And this one. No Omni-tool, but there is Turian armor that is better. Oof. I don't I don't necessarily like that. How it looks. Caden, anything for Caden? This one is better. Anything better here than just that. And that one. Omnitool, no. Biotic, no. Any better armor? No, not necessarily. Maybe better upgrade for it though. Yes. And then Ashley. Anything better than this? Oh, there is this one. And upgrade this and this. I saw that here this one was pretty good. Somewhere down here it was like 200. I can't see it anymore, but let's look at better armor. This one's pretty good. And this is not that better. Not that much better, no. Better upgrades, yes. Okay, we got them all sorted out. But I wanna check out Rex one more time. Yeah, here. There we go. A better assault.
Commander?
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. T'Soni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
Not everyone has a happy family.
Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they last...
Do you have a few minutes to talk?
Sure. I was just watching some mail from home.
Oh, before I go, we saw Caden in a news vid about the Normandy. He's cute. Later, sis.
Let's pretend this never happened.
Are you interested in the lieutenant, Chief?
Fraternization is against regulations, ma'am. Don't ask, don't tell. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Did your father serve with the fleet?
Yeah, took any crap posting he could get that offered space time. You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized, but he never made it above serviceman 3rd class. He was real proud when I made Chief. First thing he did was salute.
What about your mother? You haven't mentioned her.
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while Dad's away on a 6-month cruise. She has a degree in planetary geology. She and Dad both wanted to see new worlds. She gave up her career to raise us, though.
You have more than one sister? Sounds like a big family.
Yeah, I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. Sarah's the youngest. She's still in high school. With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
Where did you grow up?
All over. We transferred a half a dozen times before I finished grade school. You go where personnel command sends you, right? I guess that's why I'm so tight with my sisters. We'd have to leave all our friends every 2 or 3 years.
After helping raise them, your sisters still talk to you? Amazing.
Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did, Mike. I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. Sarah's graduating high school this year. This was only a couple of years back. They were on Amaterasu. At the time, I was assigned to Chernobog. Same cluster, but a dozen Hellwire away. Close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet flight.
If he really liked her, he wouldn't be pushy.
Yeah, of course. If he didn't ask at all, I'd wonder if he thought Sarah was ugly. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, because he figured it was past time they did the deed. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
Why didn't you tell the police?
She said it wouldn't solve the real problem, and she and Mike would both become household names. It was a small colony. I said it was her call to make, that we should let her do it her way. Mom was pretty pissed about that.
You said all of your sisters learned self-defense?
Lynn did pistol practice, but didn't like it. She's kind of nervous. Sarah took Aikido. Abby decided to learn the sword. She always was a little weird. Likes big skirts and tops you have to tie her into. They do great things to her figure, though.
So, what did you learn?
One of Dad's friends taught me Marine hand to hand.
You traveled all the way home to walk your sister to school.
It was only a dozen light years, like a day's cruise. It's not like I was going to Earth or something. My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her. I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
That's unbelievable. Sarah must be as good as you.
Better. I'm more or less a straight-up puncher. When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was gonna end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying. And she hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
Your sister's something else. But you didn't mention your father at all. Was he on deployment?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
I never thought I'd hear you reciting poetry.
Just because I can drill you between the eyes at 100 meters doesn't mean I can't like sensitive stuff. Just don't spread it around. Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Everyone has the right to believe what they want. Says so in the Alliance Charter, only with fancier words.
I'm glad you're open-minded about it. I've met a few people who are really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something? I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am.
It was interesting to hear that she's
Commander.
Still, like she still is religious, even though, or like the people still are religious, even though it's like further on and they're in space and like fully on exploring with other alien species as well, you know?
You've been with CSEC a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating him?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market, but they're not as bad as the cycle. I remember this one L-Corps diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs. Had the station in a bit of a panic. But this case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Salarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set. Somebody's making a killing out there.
What'd you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation, to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
You mean threatening? Was that really necessary?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it paid off. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. He just used them to make more organs. But they wouldn't listen.
It's not worth the risk. You pursue the vessel and disable it. That's the best choice.
They sent the military after him, but he got away just the same. Yes, they did. I went to Palin and told him what I thought of him and his policies. He said if I didn't like it, I could quit. Well, I almost did. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
If you don't care about the fate of those hostages, then you're no better than he is. You're just a terrorist with a badge.
Yeah, maybe you're right. It doesn't make it any easier, but I see your point. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salion?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find him.
So we got another side mission from Garrus. Find Dr. Salion. Garrus told you about his encounter with Dr. Salion, the geneticist. He regrets letting him escape the first time and hopes that you'll be able to track him down and bring him to justice. After talking to Rex, you learn that he's looking for his family's ceremonial armor. It was taken by the Turians after the Krogan rebellion, and now a profiteer named Ton Actus has it. Nice. Let's head to Tali, see what she has to say, and then we can head back up and do some more side missions.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Steren's our top priority, but with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
We've still got a long way to go. You'll find something to take back.
Yes, but it cannot just be some derelict ship my people can use for salvage. It has to be more than that. There's a lot expected of me.
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of the Admiralty Board. He's one of only 5 people who can overrule the decisions of the Conclave for the good of the migrant fleet. My father is responsible for the lives of 17 million people. Our entire race is in his hands, and I'm his only child.
So are you some kind of heir to the Quarian throne or something?
No, it doesn't work that way. My father's position isn't hereditary. I'll probably never serve on the Admiralty Board myself. Officially, I'm just the same as any other citizen. But it doesn't work that way in practice. People have always treated me differently because of who my father is.
You must get all kinds of special privileges.
I probably had it easier than most growing up, but it's not all good. People like my father have enemies, and they're not above using me to get to him.
That must be tough on you.
My people place a high value on family and ancestry. There's an unspoken expectation that I'll live up to my father's example. Everyone's waiting for me to do something great on my pilgrimage, something that will forever change our lives for the better. If I don't, it's like I failed, and that reflects badly on both me and my father.
The work you're doing here is more important than anything any Quarian's ever done before.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out the Geth. But even if we stop Seren, that's not going to happen. There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile. They've continued to evolve. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. Until recently, they never went beyond the borders of the Veil. And all the Geth we run into now are under Seren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Seren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
What was your father like?
It wasn't easy growing up as the daughter of one of the Admiralty. Even before he joined the board, he was a prominent figure. People looked to him for leadership. He had to set an example, and he expected the same of his daughter. Plus, he was pretty strict, a military man through and through. He never allowed me to settle for anything less than excellence. As a kid, I sometimes felt like he was pushing me too hard. But now I'm old enough to appreciate what he taught me. The world doesn't owe us anything. If we want something in life, we have to earn it.
Where was your mother in all this?
Mother was around, but she always seemed to kind of blend into the background. Almost like she was overshadowed by my father. He tends to do that to people. She passed on about 5 years ago. Some airborne virus that swept through the fleet. Happens sometimes when the filters start to break down. I think my father took it pretty hard. After she was gone, he became even more focused on his work. I think that was his way of dealing with the grief.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I should go.
See you later.
Let's head back up and continue exploring the Milky Way. Oh. Let's look at our journal to see what we can do next. The two crime lords are located in the hand system of the Gemini Sigma cluster and in the disk system of the Hades Gamma cluster. Eliminate both. Well, I think we're
Message
still
coming in.
in
Patching it through.
the
Thank you
Hades
for dealing
Gamma.
with the hostage situation, Commander. Chairman Burns was quite impressed by the way you resolved the situation peacefully. Your assistance above and beyond the formal duties has been noted, Commander. Fifth Fleet out.
I think this is it. Yeah. This is it. Get it? Haha. Anything here? No. There. Yes. A light metal of titanium. Console. Oh, here's where we are supposed to land. Anything here? Anturian insignia. Scans of the planet Raisha revealed an old unmanned shuttle. Your salvage team found Turian goods on board, all marked with the Trident colony insignia. Oh, there's something here. It is lithium, and let's check the final. There's nothing. Okay, let's land then on Clansel. I'm gonna pull up the map again, and you guys will also be able to see it. Who shall we take? We can bring Ashley and Tali again. Just kinda scroll through them, you know? Oh, looks like there's enemies up ahead. Got them. I think there are more people further down, but I can't really see. There we go.
Cover me.
Let's see what's in here, but shall we check out our squad first? Ashley has 5 points. We can put more into assault training. There we go. Tali, no. Nothing here. Oh, we took. How do you call it? Like, took cover?
Hostile contact!
think that was it. Oh, there's one more. Crime Lord defeated. Helena was right. These guys had quite the operation going. But that's all going to change. One down, just one more to go. Is there anything here? Looks like it is. Let's get this. Thank you. Let's get this. Thank you. Let's get this. Oh, that's a bit harder. There we go. And metagel. Is there anything on the other side? No, doesn't look like it. But there is something here. Thank you. I think that was about it. So let's move on. Oh, there's something up there though. Never mind. You can't get it. There's an old footprints leading away from this escape pod, but no signs of any survivors. Mummified Solarian. Can we get this? Let's just spam it. This dead traveler had a League of One medallion. Where he found it and what he was trying to do with it is unclear. Let's head back to the Normandy. So we took care of one crime lord. We can now look at where the other one is at. The hand system of the Gemini Sigma. Okay. Gemini is right next to it, and the Hun is here. Anything here? There is. Matrix writing. Scans of Paraffin revealed an unnamed station or unmanned station in the geosynchronous orbit. Your salvage team found no evidence on the origins of the station, but they did find one of Matriarch Delinaga's writings on board. So we got another one of that, that's nice. Anything here? No, nothing really. Anything here? Oh, here's where we're gonna land. here. Survey of Beryllium. Nothing here. Is that it? Yes. Okay, let's land here. Let's look at the map. Who shall we take? We can bring Liara. Here. Nothing really here. There are dead bodies though. Thank you. There's nothing in here either. Oh, there's something here. Almost that it. Let's try again. There we go. Thank you. There's nothing about it, I think. There's no writing. ID tag recovered. You discovered several small artifacts. Among them is an identification tag belonging to Captain Stranaka, one of the Solarian soldiers charged with hunting down the League of One. There we go, got them. Let's see what's inside.
Heading out.
Ah, there's something here. I'm guessing it's gonna be, yeah, enemies.
Engaging target.
Go this way and see if we can flank them in any way. There we go. Ah, that's a crime ball. Ah, I didn't see him.
I can't find a clear shot.
Our gun is bugging out again. There we go. Oh no, he's healing? There we go. Like there's someone here. There we go. And here. There we go. Second crime lord defeated. That's both of them. No doubt Helena Blake will be overjoyed to learn that these two scum are no longer a problem. Is there anything around here that we can
Negative
get?
contacts, Commander.
Doesn't necessarily look like it, but there is a room here that we can go to. Ah, there's something there. Thank you. Something here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Let's go to the other side. Oh, there's something here. Thank you. Something here. Thank you. Decrypt this. There we go. Get these two. And we can move on. Oh, I had to sneeze. There we go. And let's return to the Normandy. Let's look at our journal. Go to the Fortuna system in the Horsehead Nebula and meet Helena Blake to claim your reward. Let's head there then. So it was in the Horsehead Nebula. And not this one, this one. During insignia, while scanning the planet Megalis, you discovered the remains of a damaged research vessel. Your recon team found no signs of survivors, but they did bring back a ROCAM outpost insignia. Anything here? Here's where we have to land. There's nothing here. And there's something here. Oh, plutonium. Nice. Let's go and land here and look up the map. We can get the Rex and Tali. During insignia, you found an intricate beaded necklace marked with the Galatena colony insignia. It appears to be very old. Let's meet with Helena. Anything here? No, nothing. Oh, what the?
Hello again, Commander Shepard. I owe you a debt of gratitude. With my former partners dead, this syndicate is now mine. I could not have done it without you.
I killed them because they deserved it. Now I'm placing you under arrest.
Surely you don't think that necessary. Under my leadership, this organization will restrict itself to gambling and smuggling illegal technologies. These crimes are hardly worth your time. If you press the issue, my assistants are very well equipped to deal with you.
This gang has a reputation for drugs and slaving. It's too late to change that.
Perhaps you're right. Perhaps this organization has been so tainted by those two idiots that it cannot be redeemed. If I disband the gang, I walk away freely. I have not come so far to be arrested. I would die before going to prison. I would most certainly kill before going to prison. Now, do we have a deal?
You're free to go. I don't ever want to see this gang again. If I do...
You won't. I'm not so foolish as to break my word to a Spectre. Now, if you'll excuse me, my men become nervous in the presence of law enforcement agents. Goodbye, Shepard.
Goodbye. Let's look around for a bit to see if there's anything. Can't talk with them. There's nothing here, but there is something here. Thank you. And here. Okay. Ah, yes. Thank you. I said thank you way too soon. There we go. Thank you. Nothing. Okay. And there's a room there that we can get as well. Thank you. And let's override this. There we go. Oh, and there's something here as well. Nice. Let's head back. It's just staring at a wall. That was everything. Let's head back to the Normandy and see what we can do next. Let's look at the journal. This. We can do this, so... Oh no, never mind. We have to collect those. Collect the... We did the... Collect the... We can do UNC Rogue VI. Rogue VI has taken over an Alliance training ground located on Earth's moon. Alliance commands need you to eliminate the VI. Let's do that.